Sex in any type of relationship or intimacy in any type of relationship should feel safe, secure, enjoyable, happy, and mutual. But this is far from what it actually is. When you engage in intimacy with a narcissist, the narcissist will use sex as a tool for intimacy and for manipulation, getting you hooked and not knowing what is going on. So in today's video, we are deep diving into the darker side of intimacy. How can sex be so misconstrued and used as something else? It's a loving act between two people that care about each other and that love each other, but not in this case. This is where intimacy goes wrong. Watch this video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this very emotional and intimate topic of sex with a narcissist, and I know that I've talked about this quite a lot on this channel, and I've made many videos of this, and I know that this has been something that has been of use to quite a lot of you. But in today's video, I really wanted to look at why and the tool that sex serves in narcissistic relationships, where basically it has gone all wrong. And it's so dark and evil when intimacy is misused in these types of dynamics. It can cause long-lasting issues, psychological and emotional, on a person. It also taps into the triggers of abandonment and rejection. So again, this is where it has the psychological damage that it leaves a long-lasting effect on you. And I think that it is quite damaging and quite challenging when you are met in this situation, because you kind of feel like, well, why is this person like this? Why are they withholding? Why are they not showing any affection to me? Is there something wrong with me? And so we end up questioning ourselves, trying to find the answer. But there is a deeper psychological aspect to this, that actually when we're in these dynamics, we don't really know that that is what is going on. So the first thing that happens in these type of dynamics, or the kind of tool that is used, is the love bombing. This is by far the most preferred tool that a narcissist will use right at the beginning to get you hooked. So when you are being love bombed, you are showered with a lot of affection, a lot of attention, you're put on this pedestal that, I mean, let's face it, it's so lovely when it's happening. It can be so addictive as well. And you don't want it to stop. But alas, it does. And so when you have bestowed onto you, you feel so important, you feel so good. And then added to that, then there is the sexual part of it, which becomes quite electrifying, quite euphoric, because all of this attention, all of this energy, all of this affection is being put onto you. And the intensity makes you feel so important and so seen and valued. And this is part of creating that emotional bond to the narcissist. These are the beginnings of the trauma bond. And this is done so that you become hooked. It feels so good when someone is giving you so much attention and affection. Of course it does. And you feel like you have met your soulmate or your twin flame, and you feel that this is going to last forever because it is so intense. But this is what is created right at the beginning of these relationships. We don't know what we are embarking on, but they do. But here's the truth. This intensity that happens right at the beginning isn't about connection, although we might think that it is. And of course we can get that wrong. And of course, in normal, healthy relationships, yes, there is the honeymoon period that we kind of call it. But what we don't realize is that this intensity is short-lived, because a narcissist or a toxic person is unable to keep this going, is unable to sustain this. And what happens is that this intensity is used as control. The narcissist is setting the stage to literally make you hooked, and above all, dependent on them. And this is what they want. This is how they do it, because they know if you give the person what they want, make them feel good, tell them what they want to hear, then this person is going to stay with you, is going to be hooked. You see, the thing is, again, this happened to them in childhood. They are now repeating these patterns in adulthood. Then comes along the devaluation, where sex becomes a weapon. Once the narcissist believes that they have secured your devotion, the dynamic dynamic shifts. And sex becomes something that happens on their terms. It becomes controlled. They know that this is a natural inborn need to want to be intimate, to want to have sex with a person. There's nothing wrong in that, but where it becomes wrong is when it is controlled, when it happens on someone else's terms, meaning the narcissists. They decide when and where. And so when it is withheld from you, you feel devalued. You feel like there's something wrong with you. They might withhold intimacy, criticize your body, or compare you to others. So this has dire effects, long-lasting effects. Even when you're not with the narcissist, you might feel like you are just not good enough. You feel like you just cannot be yourself. They will also use sex to manipulate you. Narcissists will use sex as a reward behavior. So if you have done something that they like, or if you have listened to them and done what they had wanted you to do, then they will use this as a tool to reward you. And this works on our neuroreceptors of punishment and reward. So if you are someone that is stimulated by that, then this is going to work profoundly on someone like you, because if you are good, you are listened, you do what is respected of you, then you are going to be rewarded. So you will see that sex is basically as a control tool, meaning that if you listen, if you do what the narcissist wants you to do, then you are going to be rewarded. Also, if you don't listen, if you don't do what they want you to do, then they will withhold it. So this is where it becomes the punishment and reward dynamic. And this is a conditioning tool that has been used throughout centuries. Look at the Nazis, look at Pavlov's dogs. And if you don't know about those, please look at these psychological experiments. Please research into them, because this is how you manipulate a human being to understand the reward and punishment cycle. And then what you do is you get your own needs met. You get what you want essentially from that person. And this creates a roller coaster of emotions. There's no regularity, there's no understanding, and you're the one that feels worse. And you're constantly guessing and desperate for this affection, confused because you don't really understand what's going on. So then there's the objectification, sex without intimacy. To the narcissist, love is often about power. It's not about you or how it makes you feel. It's all about them and their needs. They'll view you as an object to fulfill their own needs. So there is no connection or this bond that is created. They remain detached while you're hooked on them, wanting their approval, needing them, wanting intimacy, wanting to be close to them, and knowing that sex is the only way that you can get it. And that's what they create, is this powerful dependency that you have on this person. This is the trauma bond. There is no mutual connection. And this can manifest in selfishness during intimacy, or even pushing boundaries so early on in the relationship without regard for your comfort or what is good for you. And over time, this lack of genuine connection will leave you detached from yourself. You might even feel that you're being used and you are being abused and emotionally drained. And what you have to remember is that this isn't a reflection of your worth, and it isn't a reflection of whether you're doing things right or wrong. You know what it is? It's this person that they are unable to connect to you in a healthy way. So what I do want to say to you, if you have experienced something like this, it's not your fault. It's not the fact that you are not good enough. You are all of those things, except this person is unable to connect to you in a healthy way. You see, this person, these narcissists, these toxic people are really good at being able to shift the dynamic, and they're really good at control and manipulation. Please don't think you're the only one this is happening to, because they literally do it to everybody in every type of relationship. This is about highlighting that they don't know how to connect, that they don't understand what true bonding is with another human being. See, they take something that is so natural, so sacred, and they twist it. So there is no way forward from this. If you are going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. And I do go live on this channel for support and connection on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. So if you'd like to join, please see the description box below. Guys, if you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, or do consider subscribing if you haven't already. Guys, I really hope this video helps, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.